The ground beneath our feet, seemingly so solid, can instantly become the source of unimaginable chaos. On March 28, 2025, the people of Myanmar experienced this devastating reality. A powerful earthquake ripped through the region, leaving a trail of destruction. Buildings swayed violently, walls crumbled, and the very ground seemed to heave and shake. The air filled with the roar of collapsing structures and the cries of those trapped in the maelstrom. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the awesome power that lies dormant within our planet. But Myanmar's suffering is not unique. Throughout history, earthquakes have reshaped landscapes, toppled civilizations, and left an indelible mark on the human psyche. Understanding these past events, these seismic scars on our planet's surface, is crucial to building a safer future. In the next few episodes, we will journey across time and continents, exploring 10 of the most devastating earthquakes in recorded history. We'll delve into their impacts, the lessons learned, and how these events have shaped our understanding of earthquake preparedness and disaster response. Our journey begins in 1960, in the earthquake-prone country of Chile. On May 22nd, the Earth unleashed its fury in the most powerful earthquake ever recorded, the Great Valdivia Earthquake. Measuring a magnitude of 9.5, it caused unbelievable destruction. Entire towns were flattened, and thousands of people lost their lives. The resulting tsunami affected shores as far away as Japan and Hawaii. The Valdivia earthquake highlighted the need for a global early warning system and international cooperation. It continues to shape disaster preparedness and response strategies to this day. On December 26, 2004, a disaster struck deep beneath the Indian Ocean. A massive earthquake, measuring 9.1 on the Richter scale, ripped through the ocean floor off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. The tsunami it unleashed left devastation in its wake. Giant walls of water surged across the Indian Ocean with terrifying speed and power. Coastal communities were completely unaware. The tsunami hit with almost no warning, transforming idyllic beaches into scenes of unimaginable destruction. More than 230,000 people lost their lives. The world watched in horror as the true scale of the disaster unfolded. Millions more were displaced, their homes and livelihoods swept away. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami triggered a global outpouring of grief and sympathy. Humanitarian aid poured in from around the world. Medical teams rushed to the affected areas, providing much-needed care. Rescue workers toiled day and night, searching for survivors amidst the rubble. The international community recognized the urgent need for a coordinated response. The United Nations played a key role in coordinating relief efforts. The tragedy highlighted the importance of tsunami early warning systems. A global tsunami warning system was established for the Indian Ocean. This system has proven invaluable in providing timely warnings for subsequent tsunamis, and has the potential to save countless lives. 2008. Deep within China's Sichuan province, a tremendous force was unleashed. The Longmen-Shan fault ruptured. The ground shook with a magnitude of 7.9. Tremors reached Chengdu and beyond. Buildings crumbled into dust and debris. The mountainous region became a scene of devastation. Landslides buried villages. Roads and communication lines were cut off. The epicenter was near Wenchuan County. Entire communities were flattened. As the dust settled, the scale of the disaster became clear. Over 69,000 people were killed. Millions were left homeless. The Chinese government launched a massive rescue effort. Reaching survivors was a race against time. The difficult terrain made access challenging. Helicopters delivered supplies and airlifted the injured. International aid poured in. The earthquake highlighted the importance of building codes. The Chinese government pledged to strengthen regulations. The road to recovery was long, but the human spirit shone through. The people of Sichuan began to rebuild their lives. The island nation of Haiti, already struggling with poverty and political instability, faced nature's fury on January 12, 2010. A catastrophic earthquake measuring a devastating 7.0 on the Richter scale struck just south of the capital, Port-au-Prince. The impact was immediate and utterly catastrophic. Buildings, many poorly constructed and unable to withstand the seismic shockwaves, crumbled like sandcastles. The presidential palace, a symbol of Haiti's history, collapsed into ruins. Dust and debris filled the air, blanketing the city in an eerie silence. The earthquake's shallow depth exacerbated the destruction, unleashing its full fury on the densely populated capital. Hospitals, schools, and government buildings were flattened, crippling the country's already fragile infrastructure. Communication systems failed, cutting Haiti off from the outside world. The earthquake triggered a humanitarian crisis of immense proportions. Hundreds of thousands were believed dead, and countless others were injured and homeless. The stench of death hung heavy in the air, a grim testament to the scale of the tragedy. As the world watched in horror, a massive international relief effort was launched. Aid agencies and governments from around the globe mobilized resources, sending search and rescue teams, medical supplies, and humanitarian aid to the devastated nation. The United States, in a rare show of swift action, deployed thousands of troops to assist with rescue operations and aid distribution. Doctors and nurses from around the world worked tirelessly, tending to the injured in makeshift hospitals set up amidst the rubble. The global outpouring of support offered a glimmer of hope amidst the despair. The Haiti earthquake exposed the devastating consequences of poverty, weak governance, and inadequate infrastructure in the face of natural disasters. It underscored the urgent need for sustainable development practices and effective disaster preparedness strategies. Years after the earthquake, Haiti continues its arduous journey toward recovery. The road ahead remains long and challenging, but the resilience of the Haitian people, coupled with the continued support of the international community, offers hope for a brighter future. High in the Himalayas, where snow-capped peaks pierce the sky, a powerful earthquake awoke. On April 25, 2015, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck Nepal, its epicenter just 50 miles northwest of the capital, Kathmandu. The ground shook violently, unleashing its fury on this mountainous nation. Ancient temples, centuries-old monuments, and traditional homes crumbled into dust and rubble. The iconic Dharahara Tower, a 9-story structure, was reduced to ruins. Avalanches and landslides buried villages and blocked access routes. Mount Everest experienced a massive icefall, sweeping away climbers and their camps. Nepal's natural beauty was scarred by nature's raw power. The earthquake left widespread devastation, claiming the lives of more than 9,000 people and injuring thousands more. Historic cities like Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, and Patan suffered extensive damage. The loss of life and the destruction of irreplaceable cultural heritage sent shockwaves around the world. Nepal faced the daunting task of rebuilding homes, infrastructure, and its shattered cultural heritage. The international community rallied to support Nepal, providing financial assistance, technical expertise, and manpower. UNESCO mobilized heritage conservation experts to assess the damage and guide restoration efforts. Skilled artisans and craftsmen worked tirelessly to piece back together shattered temples, preserving ancient techniques. The earthquake highlighted the importance of integrating disaster risk reduction strategies into cultural heritage conservation efforts, strengthening historic structures, developing comprehensive disaster preparedness plans, and raising awareness among local communities became crucial to safeguarding Nepal's cultural identity for future generations. As Nepal rebuilt, they did so with a greater appreciation for the importance of their cultural heritage. The earthquake, while a tragedy, served as a catalyst for strengthening the resilience of Nepal's communities and ensuring that their unique cultural identity will endure for centuries to come. The year is 2023. A tremor deep beneath the surface rips through the earth along the East Anatolian fault line. This is the heart of the Turkey-Syria border, a region already grappling with political complexities and humanitarian crises. The first tremors strike before dawn, jolting many from their sleep. Buildings, some old, some new, crumble under the immense force. Dust fills the air, blanketing the streets in an eerie silence, broken only by the cries of those trapped beneath the rubble. The impact is devastating, with the death toll rapidly rising in both Turkey and Syria. The epicenter, located in southern Turkey, unleashes its fury across the border, exacerbating the already dire situation in war-torn Syria. The scale of the disaster is immense, a stark reminder of the raw power that lies dormant beneath our feet. This earthquake, however, presents a unique challenge. It's not just the natural disaster hindering rescue efforts, but the complex web of political tensions and conflict. Accessing affected areas, especially in Syria, becomes a race against time, hampered by logistical nightmares and bureaucratic hurdles. In the face of such devastation, the international community mobilizes, extending a lifeline to the stricken region. Aid, in the form of supplies, medical expertise, and search and rescue teams, begins to pour in. Yet, the political landscape casts a long shadow over relief efforts. The Syrian conflict, with its intricate web of alliances and enmities, complicates aid delivery. Access routes are limited, and having to navigate the region's political sensitivities adds another layer of complexity to the already daunting task. The Turkey-Syria Earthquake is a stark reminder of our interconnected world. A disaster in one corner can ripple outwards, impacting not just neighboring nations but causing global repercussions. It underscores the vital role of international cooperation, especially when faced with such widespread devastation. It's not just about providing immediate relief, but about laying the groundwork for long-term recovery and rebuilding, a process that will require sustained effort and global solidarity. The year is 2025. A seismic tremor, originating deep within the earth, jolted the Southeast Asian nation of Myanmar. The tremors, a terrifying display of nature's power, rippled outwards, shaking buildings and shattering the day's calm. This is not a region unfamiliar with the Earth's tremors, but this earthquake carried a different weight. Its epicenter lay within Myanmar's borders, marking it as the strongest earthquake to strike the country in recent history. The initial shockwaves left a trail of destruction, toppling structures and tearing through the landscape. The impact was immediate and devastating. Across Myanmar, the tremors were felt most acutely in the rural countryside. Villages, often constructed with traditional materials, bore the brunt of the earthquake's force. Homes were reduced to rubble, leaving families displaced and vulnerable. But the earthquake's reach extended beyond Myanmar's borders. Neighboring Thailand felt the tremors, a reminder of the region's interconnectedness. Buildings swayed and people rushed into the streets, a collective gasp echoing across Southeast Asia. In the wake of the disaster, a wave of humanitarian aid began to flow into Myanmar. International organizations along with neighboring countries mobilized resources and expertise to support recovery efforts. Medical supplies, food, and temporary shelter were rushed to the affected areas. The earthquake's impact on Myanmar was not just physical but economic as well. The destruction of infrastructure, including roads and bridges, hampered access to remote areas and disrupted vital supply chains. This posed a significant challenge to the already fragile economy of a nation grappling with political and social complexities. The recovery process is arduous and long, demanding resilience from a nation accustomed to facing adversity. Myanmar, with the support of the international community, embarked on the difficult task of rebuilding. This earthquake serves as a stark reminder of the importance of disaster preparedness, not just in seismically active regions like Myanmar, but globally. It underscores the need for robust infrastructure, effective early warning systems, and community-based disaster mitigation programs. The year is 1923. Japan, in the midst of industrial growth, faced nature's fury. As lunchtime approached, the ground shook violently. The Great Kanto earthquake struck with unprecedented force. Buildings crumbled, fires erupted, and chaos spread. The devastation was immediate and widespread. Japan faced a massive rebuilding effort. From the ashes, a new Tokyo emerged, stronger and more resilient. The year is 2005. In the treacherous mountains of Kashmir, a seismic tremor ripped through the earth. The quake, measuring 7.6 on the Richter scale, struck villages nestled among the peaks. The very mountains, symbols of enduring strength, became instruments of destruction. Landslides triggered by the earthquake cascaded down the slopes, burying entire villages. Homes built over generations crumbled into dust. The death toll climbed with each passing hour, a grim testament to nature's raw power. The disaster's remote location posed a formidable challenge to rescue efforts. Roads, already treacherous under normal conditions, were made even more impassable by landslides. The injured, trapped beneath the debris, were in a race against time as rescuers struggled to reach them. The Kashmir earthquake served as a stark reminder of humanity's vulnerability to natural disasters, especially in challenging geographical terrains. It underscored the need for robust infrastructure and effective emergency response mechanisms tailored to such environments. As the scale of devastation became horrifyingly clear, a massive international relief effort swung into action. Helicopters, the only lifeline to many affected areas, buzzed through narrow valleys carrying emergency supplies and medical personnel. Tents, blankets, and food were airdropped to communities cut off from the outside world. Makeshift hospitals were set up to treat the injured, medical teams working tirelessly amidst the chaos. Every hour was a battle to save lives. The response to the Kashmir earthquake highlighted the critical role of international cooperation in disaster relief. It demonstrated the importance of logistical planning and coordination in overcoming geographical barriers and delivering aid to those in dire need. Yet amidst the tragedy, the resilience of the human spirit shone through. Survivors, united by unimaginable loss, shared what little they had, and began the arduous task of rebuilding their lives brick by brick. The year is 1755. Lisbon, the vibrant capital of Portugal, is flourishing, fueled by the riches of its colonial empire. But on All Saints' Day, tragedy strikes. A massive earthquake, estimated to be over 8.5 on the Richter scale, rips through the city. Buildings, churches, and palaces many centuries old crumble into ruins. Fires, sparked by overturned candles and cooking fires, spread through the wreckage, consuming what the earthquake spared. The air fills with smoke and the cries of the injured and dying. The earthquake triggers a devastating tsunami. Walls of water over 20 feet high crash inland, engulfing entire coastal areas. Ships anchored in the harbor are tossed around like toys, some carried deep into the city by the surging waves. The Lisbon earthquake was a pivotal event, not just in Portuguese history but in shaping European thought. The sheer scale of the destruction, the indiscriminate nature of the disaster, challenged existing philosophical and religious beliefs about a benevolent God and a predictable world. In the aftermath, Lisbon lay in ruins. Tens of thousands were dead, the survivors grappling with unimaginable loss and the daunting task of rebuilding their lives and their city. Sebastião José de Carvalho e Melo, the Marquis of Pombal, emerged as a key figure. Tasked with leading the reconstruction effort, he implemented a visionary plan. Streets were widened, buildings redesigned with earthquake resistance in mind, a blueprint for a safer, more modern city. The Lisbon earthquake marked a turning point in disaster response. It highlighted the importance of urban planning and building codes in mitigating the impact of future earthquakes. It also sparked the first scientific inquiries into the nature of earthquakes, paving the way for the field of seismology. From the ashes of tragedy, a new Lisbon arose. The city's resilience, its determination to rebuild, stands as a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be broken, even in the face of nature's most powerful forces. From the desolate landscapes of Valdivia to the ruins of Lisbon, from the majestic Himalayas to the bustling streets of Tokyo, the earth has spoken, its tremors a stark reminder of our planet's awesome power. These 10 earthquakes, etched in human memory, offer profound lessons if we are willing to learn. Time and again we see the devastating impact of inadequate infrastructure, especially in densely populated areas. We witness the challenges of delivering aid in remote regions, the importance of early warning systems, and the crucial role of international cooperation in the face of disaster. Success stories, like Japan's incredible resilience and Lisbon's visionary reconstruction, highlight the power of preparedness, innovation, and a shared commitment to building back better. They show that while we cannot control the forces of nature, we can mitigate their impact through foresight, planning, and global collaboration. As our planet evolves, so too must our understanding of its hazards. By investing in research, strengthening infrastructure, and fostering a culture of preparedness, we can create a safer future. A place where the Earth's tremors, though inevitable, no longer translate into human tragedy. The time to act is now, for the lessons of the past are etched in stone, and the future is ours to shape.